All right, let's get it. Today I want to talk about more common sense biblical clues that the Israelites were and are black. So, some of you guys might remember that series, The Bible, that aired on the History Channel. I don't know, maybe what, 10, 12 years ago, however long ago it was. And they cast this guy as Samson. Is that a coincidence? Was this just a diversity hire? Well, I did a video called They Know, and I'll put that at the end, where I talk about how many times Hollywood has cast black people in prominent biblical roles. Now, they do a lot of whitewashing as well, but every once in a while, someone with a little integrity tells the truth. But if you say this doesn't prove anything, well, let's see what the Bible says. I am going to read from the book of Judges, chapter 16, and I'm going to start at 10. Actually, that's not 10, but you'll get it. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she went and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath showed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in her hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man. And she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. Wait a minute. He has 7 locks? As in dreads? As in braids? Who walks around with braids and dreads? I'm just saying. So, continuing on, and there's a reason why usually I would stop right there, but I'm going to continue and read this whole thing because there's a surprise coming at the end. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. Let me read that over. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as I will go out as at other times before and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza, which is in Egypt, and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. So now, a little context about the Samson story. And you should read it if you want to see one of like the biggest simps. Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but Spoiler alert. Delilah told him several times that she was going to turn him over to the Philistines, and he still ended up giving her his secret to his strength. So that's why he was like, I'm about to go out here and handle these dudes again, because he had handled them many times in the past. So that's why it talks about that. But I want you guys to take note that Delilah is a Philistine. So there have been other portrayals of Samson in Hollywood. On the left, we have Victor Mature, I believe is his name, and this is from one of those like Cecil B. DeMille, Samson and Delilah movies. Kind of entertaining. I mean, not biblically accurate, but where are his locks? No locks, no braids, and I know that some people just call hair in general locks. But the indicator is that it says 7 locks. On the right, we have Taylor James. And he was the star of the Samson movie that came out in, I think, 2018. Again, where are the locks? See, these movies are not biblically accurate. They cherry pick their information to base their stories upon. But, continuing on, I am going to read now from the book of Genesis, chapter 10, and I'm going to start where it says the Hamites. And I may skip some of this, I may not. But I'm going somewhere with this, so just be patient. Stick with me here. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. And I know I read this in the last video, but it's relevant. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabtecha, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. Whoa! Nimrod was black? But that's not where I wanted to go with that. And he began to be mighty, one in the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, where it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and the city of Rehoboth, and Calah. And Resen between Nineveh and Calah, the same is a great city. And Mizraim, which is Egypt, beget Ludam, and Anamim, and Lahabim, or Lahabim, and Nephtuim, and Pathrusim, and Calcium, out of whom came Philistine and Captorim, or Caphtorim. But let's back up. And Pathrusim and Calcishem, out of who came Philistine. The Philistines were Hamites? The Philistines were black? Delilah was black? Oh, man. Did I just prove that on accident? Oh, man. Delilah is also black because she's a Hamite? Wow. Common sense clues. Wait, wait, wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody else is a Philistine that's very prominent in the Bible. Oh, 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 Goliath. Oh, Goliath was a Philistine. So Goliath was also black? They came from the Hamites? Wow. Just saying, y'all. Common sense proof all through the Bible that these were black people. Common sense. And there is no misinterpretation here. I'm reading it word for word. So I'm going to leave it there for now. If you like the way I think, slide over to Patreon. Check out some of my original short stories. It's only $1.50 per download. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And like always, thank you for your time. Peace.